Welcome back to the Winter Major Expert Division Weekend Round, hole number 2. Here we're going to be playing a Grizzly bounce up shot. You can use a Kingslayer here. Um, Anything P0 through P4. Side spin 1 plus, wind 4 or wind 5 will work for this shot. Um, I did some testing with the wind 5 ball. Not as much as I have done with the Wind 4 ball, but they're all pretty good. And probably, this is probably one of the most consistent shots you're going to find on this hole, in my opinion. I'm going to show you both a Wind 4 and a Wind 5 shot. It's very similar to the qualifying round shot, whereas we're playing this with no spin. The adjustment for the shot is P3 plus 35% max numbers, and we're putting it in the same exact position as we were in qualifying. So what I'm going to do is slide this down and to the right till I'm, more than 2 lines below the hole. And then if you pay attention to the ball guide there, you see I'm looking for that click. I want it to click up, and then when it clicks right back down, so I'll find the click up and then I'll pull it back down just until it comes off that click, till the ball guide clicks back down. That gives me the perfect up and down on the tip of my ball guide. And then all I got to do is have it aimed at the center of the cup. So I don't have to zoom in and look to make sure that the ball guide is touching the line 2 lines below the hole. Because that's where you want it to be, right? With no spin added, you want that ball guide, the tip of the ball guide, to be touching the line that is 2 lines below the hole, and then you want it to be aimed center cup. But that little click up and then back down, that's exactly what it gives you. So it's easy to find that without having to zoom in and, check to make sure that the tip of your ball guide is in the right position forwards and backwards. Um, there are wind angles here. So what we're looking at for wind angles, anything to the right of that sign, that's going to be tailwind. And then what I'm doing, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of hard to see here. Let's zoom in a little further. If you look into this bush here, this bush, left center of it, there's a dark line that runs up like that, right there, right? That dark line in that bush, basically the left center of that bush, that's my second line. If I can draw, all right, there you go. So in the middle, we got neutral, and then over here is crosswind. So if your wind, if you're in the crosswind angle and your winds are between 6 and 7.1, there's no change. If you have wind 7.2 to 7.7 in the crosswind angle, I would add 0.1. If you're in the neutral angle, there's no change. And then if you're in the tailwind angle, wind 6 to 6.5 needs to add 0.2 to the adjustment. 6.6 to 7.1 will add 0.1 to the adjustment. And then if you have winds 7.2 to 7.7, You don't add anything to the adjustment, but you will need to use 2 clicks of underpower. And basically that is the top of your ball either just touching or just into the teeth on the top of the shot circle. It really depends on which ball you're using. If you're using a King Slayer, then you should be 1 click into the teeth, and that gives you 2 clicks of underpower. The only thing I would say here is this shot is definitely pull angle dependent. If you want to pull this one super straight, if you pull this with any 01, you're going to miss it. If you pull this with any 59, you're most likely going to miss it if it's anything more than 1 click of 59. So if you noticed, the left screen came in left edge of the cup. I had 1 click too much 59 on that pull. So that was still safe with 1 click too much, but not by much, right? So pull this one as straight as possible, and hopefully you're walking away from hole number 2 with the hole in one. As far as Win 5 goes, I've gotten most of the wind angles covered and haven't needed any tweaks. But I haven't checked them all, so I don't really know. There may be a tweak or two needed. I would imagine that a high wind in the tailwind may need a click of underpower, or you may need to add 0.1 or 0.2 to your adjustment in the tailwind angle with the Win 5 ball. But beyond that, I think you'll be all right. So good luck. I hope you get the drop. We'll catch you on the next one.